And staying with updates from United States, the country is now heading for a high-stakes midterm election this November. Democrats are looking to flip the balance of power in both chambers of the U.S. Congress, and the Republicans are clearly making efforts to expand or at least retain their lead. To achieve their aim, both sides are now engaging in a redistricting battle in their strongholds. Redistricting essentially aims to change the political map of the state in a way that gives additional seats to the dominant party. 5 Republican states and 2 Democrat states have set the ball rolling on redistricting before this year's midterm elections. Democrats are looking to change congressional map of California and Illinois, while the Republicans want to change the congressional maps in Texas, Indiana, Ohio, Missouri, and Florida. The Texas House passed a new map that could give the Republicans 5 new congressional seats. This, remember, comes after voters in Virginia approved a referendum for a new congressional map earlier this month. This whole battle of partisan map making started with President Donald Trump's push to draw new congressional lines in Texas. As things stand, Republicans hold a thin majority in both chambers of the U.S. Congress with 53 seats in the 100-member Senate. Democrats have 45 seats, with independents occupying 2. Republican majority gets thinner in the House of Representatives. Here, they have 217 seats, as you can see. Just 5 seats more than Democrats, who have 212 in the 435-member House. In the past, Donald Trump has repeatedly said that a loss in midterms would pave the way for his impeachment. Donald Trump's approval ratings have consistently gone down in the recent months, and this has sparked concerns among Republican ranks about the outcome of the midterm elections. If Republicans lose majority, Trump will have to make concessions in the Congress to get his programs approved. Let me go across to our correspondent Susan Tehrani, who's joining us live on the broadcast from New York. Susan, some very interesting times right now in the United States of America as both the Republicans and the Democrats look to redistricting their strongholds. But what is the latest as far as this entire move is concerned? You know, Virginia was something that came as a setback for the Republicans. Now, what are they looking at?
Yeah, Virginia was initially a setback for the Republicans. However, that's not confirmed as of yet because the Virginia outcome is stuck in a bitter legal battle. Basically, it's going to go all the way to the Virginia Supreme Court to determine whether or not that would be approved. But as you mentioned, Texas is already locked in for the Republicans. But all of this redistricting, which, by the way, usually happens after the census every 10 years, and very rarely happens during a midterm election, was started by President Trump and the state of Texas because they believed that those districts didn't represent the people that were voting. But now the Democrats are pushing back, and they're pushing back hard. They're going to continue to push for states like California and Illinois, possibly getting a lot more seats than the Republicans. So even President Trump's staunchest critics are saying, if you started this fight, then Republicans have to go all the way. But at the end of the day, what's going to happen is possibly we're going to see these wars happening in all 50 states. And it's not clear whether or not it's really meant to be like this. Like I mentioned, the census is every 10 years. It's always been like that. So this is very unusual.
All right, Susan, thanks very much for joining us with the latest. Let's wait and see how this moves forward for both sides.